This has to be the most euphoric, the most mood and mind altering, the most physical energy slapper of a pre-workout I've ever tried. The taste is all right. It's not terrible. The pumps are all right, but you guys know why we're taking this bad boy. Stay tuned for this. Yo, it's Drug-Free Dansby, and today I have Crack OG by Dark Labs. What's this thing about, man? Before we get going, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, man. Let's get to know each other, man. I'm always interacting in there. Head over to Instagram, give me a follow. I'm posting content on there all the time, too. Big shout out to everyone that supported the channel so far, all the companies, all the people that are leaving comments and watching my videos, and you guys are helping me grow. You guys are blessing me, and I do it for you guys. This isn't all about, let's see what Dansby can get today. Let's see how awesome Dansby looks or how great his workouts are. Look at all the supplements Dansby has. This has nothing to do with that, man. I firmly believe in my heart what I should be doing should be glorifying the Father. King Jesus comes first at all times, man. I know at the end of the day, you know, he's going to look at my life, man. And am I trying to be, look at Dansby, man, look at how his life looks, or is it, you know, all about his kingdom, man? And today I was reading in Matthew 13, and in there, Jesus is talking, doing a parable, talking about planting deep roots. He's talking about throwing seeds being scattered. And it was really hitting me, man, talking about, you know, if those seeds are going to be successful, you have to have deep roots, man. And I was thinking about my spiritual journey and my sobriety. And a lot of the guys that I work with in sobriety, why don't they make it, man? And at the end of the day, it boils down to, where's my foundation, man? When life hits me, am I still praising God? Am I still thanking God? When life doesn't go my way, am I still staying sober? Am I still staying spiritually fit? Am I still doing the next right thing, man? I see it all the time. Sometimes a little thing will happen in somebody's life. They didn't have a foundation in the Word of God. They didn't have a foundation in recovery. And because of that, man, they're gone. You know, I never see them again, and who knows if they make it back, man. But I just encourage anybody today, man, it is possible to get what you want out of life, and it's possible to feel loved and to have that strong relationship with God, man. Because for me, if I don't surrender on a daily basis, man, I am doomed to repeat my past, and I do not want to do that. So let's talk about some supplements here, guys. So I know you guys have heard of this bad boy here. Look at this tub, Crack OG. As y'all know, this is a replacement for the purple tub Crack. You can't get it anymore. I actually saw this label like a year before they dropped this thing, and I knew, dude, they were going to come with something sick. So look at this bad boy, dude. This thing is freaking fire. Super cool label. I have the Rocket Tropical Punch flavor. So yeah, this is a solid hitter here, man. Big shout out to Dark Labs for sending this puppy over. So let's talk about this thing. So the flavor Rocket Tropical Punch, man, actually was not bad. How many of y'all know the Dark Labs signature flavor? There's some really bad ones out there. There's some better ones out there. There's some decent ones. I will tell y'all off the rip, this one is probably middle of the road for me. I've had way worse. It tasted like the Tropical Punch. It was sweet at first, but then you get that chemically aftertaste that you're used to getting with Dark Labs. So be aware of that, but I would say it's definitely not one of the worst, definitely not a Pollen Nutrition disgusting. However, I mean, once we talk about this label, you guys will know why it tastes the way it does. They're masking some goodies in here, guys. They're masking some goodies in here, guys. So speaking of goodies, let's talk some supplement facts real quick. All right. So this is that, as you know, just like the purple tub, it's 1 scoop, 2 scoop. 1 scoop should be 10.3 grams. 2 scoops should be 20.6 grams. So yeah, you get the 40-20 here. And so I will say 1 flat scoop was exactly 10 grams for me. I don't have the point scale, so it could have been exactly 10.3. I'm going to go on a limb and say that it is definitely, they got the scooper right on this. So use a scale if you have it, but if you do 1 flat level scoop and you do it times 2, you will get this full dosage, which is what we're going to talk about here, guys. Let's talk about this. All right, so at the 2 scoop serving size, you get L-citrulline 8,000 milligrams. That's identical to the Purple Tub Crack. Same amount of citrulline. I love it, man. Always have some good pumps with Dark Labs products. Next, we got the clinical dose of beta-alanine at 3,200 milligrams. So that's that warm, fuzzy, that tingle, that urgency that you need. Should be a staple in every pre-workout, guys. Next, we got some agmatine sulfate, 1,000 milligrams. So some more standard traditional pumps. See that in most formulas out there. Next, we got caffeine anhydrous, 400 milligrams. So that's identical, again, to the Purple Tub Crack. That one might have 450, don't quote me, but let's just say we're in the same realm as the original one there. Then I love to see this, man. This is a fat dose of Araya gerenesis, 400 milligrams. So as you guys know, in the Purple Tub, it had 120 milligrams DMAA, had some caffeine, had some pumps, I think maybe synephrine was in there, if I'm not mistaken, but there was no Araya. So I love it. So pair caffeine with Araya gerenesis, dude, and I'm pretty much good to go. But don't worry, it keeps going. Let's see what we got. Next, we got 2-amino isoheptane, 300 milligrams. Only other pre I've had with 300 milligrams of DMHA, I believe, is Smack V1 by Vices and Vibes, and that thing was a slapper. More smooth and mellow than anything, but yeah, you don't see 300 milligrams DMHA in a lot of pre-workouts. Next, we got L-norvaline at 250 milligrams. Then we got caffeine citrate at 150 milligrams. So I believe that's that fast-acting as well. Then we got some long-acting at 100 milligrams. So I'm looking at, this is pushing like 500 milligrams of caffeine. Next, we got some isopropyl norepinephrine, 30 milligrams, a little thermogenic action. Now, this is a good one. I feel like the FDA is coming after this one too, and it's such a low dose, so you don't see it a lot. 30 milligrams of Nupep, dude. That's that mood elevation, so that'll pair really well with the Araya gerenesis, pair well with the other stimulants. Super slapper. I love to see Nupep. You don't see it in a lot of pre's. Next, we got Alpha Yo at 1.5 milligrams. So that's a sweet spot for me. I'll take 1 milligram. I'll take 1.5 milligrams. I'll take 2 milligrams, but I will always be satisfied with 1.5 milligrams. So Stacked Label, you guys know Dark Labs are legendary. They have some of the best experiences I've ever had. I'm obviously a big fan. You can see some in my collection over here. But what does this thing do in the real world? So at 1 scoop, dude, this is a solid pre-workout. I'll go ahead and say that. At 2 scoops, I want to give you guys a little disclaimer on this. One of the strongest pre-workouts I've ever had. One of the most potent. One of the most check off all the boxes I've ever had. I really love this product, but I will say to anybody watching this, you know your body, you know your tolerance. Start with 1 scoop if you need to, and I will tell you guys, make sure you get enough sleep before you take this. Make sure you have some carbs or something in your belly before you take this. I've heard some people, and I've had some people reach out to me saying, this thing can make you throw up, this thing makes you nauseous and all that. Not really my experience, but I can see why they're saying that, because this is a lot. I mean, you have, what, 20,000 milligrams of ingredients going into your body at once. So disclaimer here, guys, this is not for beginners. This is not even for intermediate. This is for only the highest of the high stim junkies, guys. This is freaking nuts. And I like that, man. I've been taking pre-workouts for a long time. You know, I don't know if my organs like it, but it is a slapper, guys. Insane. So 10 minutes in after taking this, like, be ready to go to the gym, because this thing kicks in fast, man. I took it this morning and I instantly, like, I had this tunnel vision coming in. I had the caffeine fast acting was kicking in, and it was some focus, man. But as soon as you get prepared for that caffeine and focus, you start to get that illicit feeling that everybody knows about with Dark Labs, man. It is the same 2-amino that I believe is in Crack Gold. It is scratch that itch 2-amino. It is super clean. You know, my nostrils got cleared up. My head got put in the right headspace. I was happy, joyous, and free. And I was starting to feel strong and ready to pump some iron, boys. So right around that 30-minute mark, and what I liked about it today was it was slowly creeping, but I've also heard that this thing will slap. At about 30 minutes in, the heart rate starts going up, but I'm having, the Araya gerenesis is pairing in really well with the DMHA, And I don't even really care, man. I know my heart is going up, but what's happening right around that time, I'm sure it's from the Alpha Yo, I'm sure it's from all of the caffeine that's kicking in, is you start to feel strong. I will say the star of the show on this bad boy, besides the illicits and the mood elevation, is you can lift heavier than you normally will. It's been my experience every single time I've taken this product, and most of the time with Dark Labs. And as I've shared in my previous videos, the whole point of me taking these crazy pre-workouts is it going to give me an advantage in the gym? Can I hit PRs? Can I use it for leg day? This is definitely a once a week, once a month, once every 3 weeks, whatever, pre-workout that you want to take when you're like, it's time for PRs. It's time to push a limit. Let's freaking go on this thing. And I will tell you, I instantly was grabbing 5 to 10 pounds heavier than I normally did. And I did shoulders and legs today. So I start off with just some dumbbell shoulder presses, dude. And I'm up in the 70s range, man, feeling good about it, dude. And I'm just repping away, bro. And what's really cool is it's not just hits you 30 minutes, hour in, and then it just tapers off. Like, this is definitely a building. This is definitely going to get you through the entirety of your workout. And it's super incredible, dude. So around that time, I would say 45 minutes, 50 minutes in, this whole thing really comes together to be a unique experience. You definitely have some appetite suppression going on. The pumps are solid, but I would say putting it up against this bad boy, the pumps aren't as good as that. Technically, you could stack a pump formula on this if you wanted to, just to kind of smooth out those crazy stim that's in it. I would recommend that if you're interested in that. But the pumps are okay. Yeah, the pumps, I wouldn't say are the star of the show on this thing. I still enjoy the pumps I get on it. But definitely 50 minutes in, your mood elevation is taken to a different level. The DMHA Araya New Pep combination puts you in this happy, music is sounding fire. You're looking forward to the rest of the day. You're feeling productive. You're not mad that you're pumping weights, and you're a freaking animal at the same time. You get the physical energy. So this is a whole package deal where, like I said, you can lift heavier. You're moving. You're not resting in between sets. And it doesn't matter. Like, normally when I don't take a pre-workout like this and I don't rest a long time in between sets, I'm breaking down the muscle faster. I'm getting tired quicker. I may do one less set. You know, I had to admit it. Sometimes I get lazy in the gym, boys. But with this one, I'm having to force myself to get off of my phone in between sets, because you will get stuck like Chuck reading something, texting somebody, you know, just going down a whole rabbit trail on social media. This thing gives you that same sort of illicit focus doing that. So you do have to be careful. So I was forcing myself to not look at my phone as much. And that's why I was doing, you know, quicker sets without resting, but I was not getting any more tired, dude. The endurance, the mood elevation, the euphoria, the aggression, the intensity. I mean, I could just keep going down the list, man. But I will say it's very, very strong. So you still get 150 milligrams of DMHA if you take this at one scoop. And this is super economical if you do that, because now you have 40 servings in this. At 20 servings, your mind is going to feel it. Your body's going to feel it. Your heart rate's going to go up. And it's a super special product, guys. I will tell you that right now off the rip. I'm still currently on it, feeling like a freaking legend. And what I really like about Dark Labs, with some other pre-workouts, you have a really nasty crash and you pass out and you're not feeling good. And sometimes I'll take those at night because of it. This one will just slowly taper off, man. It'll slowly taper off. You may start yawning a little bit, you know, 6-7 hours later, and your body may be feeling like, hey, let's get some rest. But that's a combination of your brain being stemmed up and you pushing so hard in the gym. And I believe that people are getting nauseous from this bad boy because you are pushing yourself past a limit that you're used to. You're breaking down muscle, you know, more than you're used to. So your body is like, oh my gosh, like, and freaking out, dude. So a lot of people are trying to, but that only happens to me whenever I am pushing past my limits, man. I have friends, and myself included, when we walk out of the gym, you know, we're ready to throw up because we just push so freaking hard. So Not always a bad thing, man. You know, this will put some hair on your chest, and it's not just from the Alpha Yo, and it's crazy. I would say this, and this will be my final disclaimer for you guys, so y'all can go get pumped and not drunk. But this, imagine if you take the strongest of Pollen Nutrition Physical Energy mixed with that Dark Labs DMHA, and you got Crack OG, boys. This thing's a slapper. I'm going to have to buy another tub. I'm going to link my Crack Gold review on this. I'm going to, down below, I'm going to link my Crack Purple review down below. I'm going to give you guys a discount code, 15% off at NutriCartel to pick up this bad boy. I'll link that down below. Let's talk about this. Get pumped, not drunk. Peace.